Anyone in the modern world can be a reporter today, no matter what your background is. This week, Meghan Markle's mouthpiece, rumored ghostwriter, and friend, Omid Scobie, attacked this idea, posting that to be a royal reporter, you must have zero journalism experience and be totally unhinged. And Meghan and Harry are certainly behind this. Whether or not you agree with the fact that reporters can be self-made, there is a real revolution happening, bringing the truth to the forefront beyond the aesthetics of a newsroom. A revolution that has helped explore the truth of the real person behind the Duchess of Sussex and the mainstream headlines, while simultaneously breaking down the barriers that have existed for centuries when it comes to news shared beyond the palace walls. Harry and Meghan have been angered about this new rise in royal commentary in their Netflix series, and today, as a creator who talks about the royals myself, I'm diving into exactly why they're mad, how this is the very reason that she has been voted the most disliked person in 2024, actually leaving her sister-in-law the most Googled woman in the world, and what we can learn from this entire calamity. Welcome to The Swish, where together we explore classical femininity in trends, traditions, and lifestyles for an elegant and inspired life. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. So, just about anyone can call themselves a royal reporter? Well, yes, Harry and Meghan, they can, in fact. Anyone can be a reporter of any kind and actually be far more effective than the legacy news outlets.
What's these account?
Mostly royal experts. Is this one mine?
I don't understand what that means. Someone can just call themselves a royal expert?
That's a question for my husband. People can just call themselves royal experts.
No, but it's the same as royal correspondent.
Misinformation is a global humanitarian crisis. As you quite rightly pointed out, I've felt it personally over the years. We know that a small group of accounts are allowed to create a huge amount of chaos online and without any consequence whatsoever.
This is clearly an issue for the Sussexes for several reasons. But clearly, it's because it can't be controlled. Harry has said that the royals had control over the news covering himself and his wife as they were senior working royals, but it seems very apparent now that it actually is and was Harry and Meghan feeding stories. We need to look no further than Prince Harry now being completely irrelevant without the news. It's a symbiotic relationship that he desperately needs. So he's actually gone so far as to personally write emails to People magazine and writing an explosive tell-all memoir and a personal docuseries that's feeding the beast. If he was so serious about his privacy, why not step away and live a private life, never giving intimate details to make more money, but ultimately perpetuating the cycle of this scrutiny? Even Princess Catherine experienced this same scrutiny earlier in the year as she privately was fighting cancer. But she had a totally different outcome with the public, now gracing most every magazine here at the end of 2024 because of the grace and the gumption she's had throughout this year. She's had a totally different outcome because the truth always prevails. She had the truth on her side. Because of independent royal journalism who was presenting an alternative option to the AI-dissected, conspiracy-fueled rage that was happening as she barely photoshopped an image, she had the truth on her side, and she let that come out, as it only can, by standing in the truth because of the untethered, independent royal journalists. See, independent journalism is booming like never before, with mainstream media barely reaching the engagement of news YouTubers. In 2023, over 23,000 corporate media positions were totally eliminated because 72% of Americans are now consuming 100% of our news from socials. And dedicated royal journalists now make up an enormous percentage of coverage. Women like Taz and Kinsey Schofield are two people who didn't actually get journalism degrees, but they're now the primary source of royal entertainment and news that is engaging and fun. It's a rising industry that's just getting started, and by remaining independent, we can talk freely and cover the most interesting and engaging topics. And of course, they're raging fans of Harry and Meghan too that have built up a huge following, but That's the point, that we all can come and have these discussions and come to conclusions about what is true. This is for everyone to come to that together. And by taking a look at independent royal news, you immediately can uncover exactly why Meghan has been voted the most hated woman in 2024, second person only to P. Diddy. Can you believe that? As someone new to this space, it's been incredible to me to see the power that comes with being able to speak the truth. And sometimes people don't like what you have to say, but we too get to share our opinions in the comments, and we can have a lively debate. Royals are a really hot topic, but it's a really meaningful and a beloved one. So Harry and Meghan's hatred of this new generation of royal commentators isn't about them staying loyal to mainstream news. It's that they don't want to be put under a microscope or having to defend themselves because at their core, they can't make a proper argument for themselves. If they were true to their core values, which is the primary principle of elegance, which we talk about quite a lot here, they wouldn't have any qualms about people investigating their actions because they could actually back everything up. But instead, the Meghan Markle collapsing phenomenon has gone so much further and gotten so much worse because of the narrative that the Sussexes are trying to tell, and frankly, that no one is buying. Meghan and Harry's last hope is controlling the media. Ironically, that's exactly what they called the royal family out for doing. And now they're stiff-arming their own angle to be mainstream. For a few outlets like People Magazine and Harper's Bazaar, their method is continuing to work for a little while longer. But slowly, even this method is fading, with Meghan Markle's ultra-left-wing favorite outlet, The Cut, throwing her under the bus for her production of Polo. By utilizing the elegance principle of symmetry and not caring who says what about you because you know that you're rooted in truth and goodness and beauty, without trying to force a narrative, who cares what the world has to say, good or bad? If Meghan and Harry had remained faithful and dutiful, royal YouTubers like myself may have actually become one of their greatest weapons, just like we've done with William and Catherine and all the amazing endeavors that they've done. But instead, the simple reporting of the truth becomes a burden for Harry and Meghan. And I never want to have any character assassination here, but simply reflecting together on the lessons that we can learn from the downfall of the Sussexes, it's created some prime opportunity to reflect on how they bought into so many lessons that modern culture shares. And now they're living out those consequences. So instead, we can learn from these and celebrate the confidence of being rooted in the truth, no matter what may come, no matter who criticizes you, just like Princess Catherine has done. So, sorry, Omid, you are really blind to the way that the world is moving, and I hope you wake up soon. I outlined several of these elegant principles, including this one about principle of symmetry, in my Ultimate Elegance Guide. I'd love for you to take a look. I'd love to hear what you think. You can simply click on the description below. It'll take you to a place to put in your email for free, and I'll send you a copy. Thank you so much for listening,